Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. In this video I would like to focus only on the shorter time frame. If anybody is interested in the bigger time frame, in the context of this chart, and also the larger structures on the higher time frames, please check out my last video I made yesterday. We're currently still looking at the idea that XRP could be here in a third wave to the upside. We so far have 3 waves to the upside of the January low. So we have a wave 1 in 3 waves because we're dealing with a larger diagonal pattern here. That's all we can track, a larger diagonal. So a wave 1, sorry, an A wave, a B wave, and the C wave in wave 1. Then a wave 2 to the downside. We could now be still, well, yeah, we could still be in the third wave, which would again be an ABC structure. And we're tracking the C wave in more detail. So here, A, B, C. The C wave is always a 5-wave move. So we're looking for evidence that we are getting 5 waves here. So if I go into the detail now, 1 hour chart. Here, as you can see, one more high is at least possible, in a 5th wave. We won't really have evidence that this is playing out, this 5th wave, until it really takes out the previous high of 94 cents. So there's a long way to go to prove it. That is just due to the strong retracement. I mean, in percent, it wasn't even that much. It was normal for a wave 4. However, I mean, well, in terms of the retracements, right? But it was still obviously a drop of around, 30%. That's what happens in a 4th wave. So it needs to take out all of those resistances to really rally in the 5th wave. The 5th wave, which should of course go higher than the 3rd wave top, right? So we already talked about possible levels around $1.02. That would be a resistance level, and then $1.35. That's a resistance range. We can take a look at that in a minute, but looking at this now, I have no evidence at all that it has bottomed because again, it's always only it's only a 3-wave move up so far. I need 5 at least, because 1 second, let me think. Yeah, I mean, ideally, this 5th wave would be a 5-wave move again, yeah? And I haven't got a clear 1st wave even. So, again, this is then getting into... Normally, I don't want to get that much into the weeds here on a chart which is not that clear because the XRP chart is moving in a diagonal, so you don't really want to go too much with your, like, let's say too micro with your micro count. But in an ideal world, we would get this, again, 5 waves in wave 5, okay? Of wave 3 is sort of how it could work out, right? Could it go more directly, aggressively? Yes, sure. I mean, the point is it's now in a support range. As long as the 65, 66 cent level is holding, it can push higher in a 5th wave. No problem. But at the moment, I just don't have the evidence that it has already bottomed. The problem, though, that we have is that if it breaks below the Friday low, I think it is going to break the 65, 66 cent level as well, because this was so close to that 50% FIB level that it would just mean a lot of weakness. Now, here on this chart, as far as I can see it, we so far have a corrective move down that was in 3 waves. We have 3 waves up, and maybe this is going to turn into a massive triangle of something, yeah? Bear in mind, we had a massive move. So I think this correction could take longer than many people think, time-wise. At least I've seen it many times on other charts. So a triangle would be an A wave down, a B wave up with a lower high, a C wave down, a D wave up, and an E wave down. And then we could go potentially, but you know, that's all speculation. It's not so important to understand the micro count. Just be aware that 66 cents is support. As long as that is holding, we can still get a 5th wave in the C wave of a 3rd wave. Afterwards, we should come down in 4th wave support. Now I will have to refine the support area and change it depending on how high we go in the 3rd wave, in the larger 3rd wave, circle wave 3. We should come down in 4 and then have 1 more wave up in 5 before we have a major decision point. Again, this support area is currently just based on the last high. If it pushes any higher, the 3rd wave, I will have to adjust it. So I can only say for now, support is holding. As long as support is holding, we treat it like that. Yeah, we can only really analyze and trade what we see. there is a potential setup here. Just be aware that it's not an impulse, so we deal with a less reliable wave count, which can easily change and morph, as I've said, over recent weeks and months. And we see that on the XRP chart because it is not clearly moving in an impulse. This could also just be a 3-wave top and it crashes together again. Just be aware of that. But still, obviously, the relevant support levels, as long as they are respected, it is following the count. Just be aware there is this support area just below it. So if it breaks below 66 cents, I have to assume that wave 3 already topped. We are already in wave 4. And then I would give it more space all the way down to 56 cents. But I don't have anything clearly bullish below 56 cents. It would then look very strange because it would retrace too much and it would just lack the upside pressure it needs. 94 cents, 95 cents is the next breakout point. 56 cents is, in my opinion, the most important bullish support. It's the golden ratio, looking at the entire third wave length so far, yeah, and that is then typically here the area in which a wave 4 should go to. 95 cents again is breakout point. Now let's go and take a final look at the larger resistance area. So my take is above 95 cents, which is the Thursday high. We have $1.02 as small resistance. And then we have this cluster at around 135, 136, plus this descending trend line, depending on when it's hit. 130, 135 could be the next resistance cluster. That's my update about XRP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.